boksen, hè? We gaan boksen af hier. Ja, open. Kan je gewoon mijn hand?
Good evening and welcome to Suzuki Stadium, where the Northern Cape sky sets the scene for another chapter in the historic clash between these two teams. It's the SA Cup final. Suzuki Griquas are at home. They take on the Airlink Pumas all the way from Mpumalanga, live from Kimberley. For the third straight season, these two teams have clashed in the final. Griquas were champions back in 2024, and the Pumas, current defending champion of the SA Cup, they were victorious last year, 2025. The road to the SA Cup final ends tonight. Silverware is wrapped up into 80 minutes of action-packed rugby, and it's good to see the people of Kimberley have turned up for another historic clash between the two sides. Griquas have been in great form, only losing once, and to confirm the weather conditions out at Suzuki Stadium in Kimberley. Oh, great crowd here for the Cup final between these two teams. They've been clashing from the Vodacom Cup days in the finals, also the Super Sport Challenge. Remember those days? And it was Pumas were victorious back in 2018, and Griquas were victorious in 2019 and the Super Sport Challenge. In the Currie Cup final as well, 2022, it was the Pumas who were victorious, that over the Griquas. So this is how the season ended. And one draw and one loss for the Pumas, 38 points. That's how they finished. The Pumas managed to score 83 tries, conceding 24 tries in the season. Griquas, the one loss in the dying minutes against the Cheetahs, 42 points, top of the log, scoring 82 tries, only conceding 80. And last weekend in the semi-final, they conceded 5 tries against Portland. But at the end, that's what matters, was 59 points to 35. Remember, at halftime score in that semi-final, it was 28 all. And Airlink Pumas, we are suffering discipline-wise. 2 yellow cards in the semi-final against the Cheetahs, but that didn't matter. They were victorious at the end, 42 points to 36. Oh, it's good to see the people of Kimberley, the Peacock. As we have a look at the Airlink Pumas team, a number of changes up front. Kudzai Dube comes in. He comes in for Yannicka, who's been relegated to the bench as well. Very solid team. And Sampi Suigas, who will captain the team as well, the 27-year-old. And JJ Skiepa's another change in the pack of forwards. Very settled. Thomas Percy and Clinton Swart, halfback pairing Panika and Klamlashe. Remember, Klamlashe used to captain the Griquas many years ago. At the back, JC Nell, 2 tries last weekend. We want to continue with that form. For Suzuki Griquas, Pete Burke has made minimal changes. Cole L's coming in 8th man. Another change because the new centre pair, not new as such, but return to the starting ladder. And Zwelin Daba and Bestra as well. Sanko Makata moves from the inside centre to the wing. Cameron Hatton form so far. Dylan Mart, how can we forget him? 12 tries already this season. So those are the guys going to run out. The 23 players represent the two teams. Suzuki Griquas take on the Airlink Pumas. Joining me for today's commentary, Layla. Layla, oh man, what an occasion as well. Kimberley again hosting a historic clash between the two teams. Met each other 3 times in the final. Man, That's one stat to talk about.
I mean, it is 3 finals, three encounters that these two sides have met each other, and you could not have asked for more. It's a rivalry that's starting to bubble. It's a rivalry that has shown its wings and its feathers many years. But tonight, it is going to be really important. It's going to be important for the Pumas to get that trophy and keep it back home. But for the Griquas, it is home advantage, and they're going to want to use it to the best of their abilities.
Yeah, spot on. Home ground advantage played a huge role in the past between these two teams when it comes to finals as well. And you know, in the regular season, it was the Griquas who were victorious, doing a job, a good work, managed to beat the Pumas at the time, and I think it was back in the 26th of April. Long weekend, we had the final score 44 points to 34, 6 tries to 5, so very close always. I think it was a kicking of George Whitehead that separated.
Absolutely, those are the fine marches, those little battles. I'm really excited to see that fly battle tonight. Clinton Swart, usually playing inside centre, he's going up against George Whitehead. They've got a really big, strong backline, the Pumas, and tonight they're going to use that physicality. Not only what the forwards are going to lay up front, but the backline to try and get over that gain line and make sure they can turn that gain line to points.
Right, someone who's going to stop them as well. Albert Liebenberg, leader of the Griquas team, really massive. Over 64 tackles so far this season. Last weekend, 10 tackles in the semi-finals. So defensively quite strong, the Griquas team. So they only conceded 18 tries in the regular season. At home, they're going to make it count. They're going to lean very hard to the 37-year-old George Whitehead, who's been around the block. But in the picture now, 27-year-old Albert Liebenberg, the captain of the Suzuki Griquas. That's the beauty about the finals. You get a chance to sing the national anthem. They're going to line up now. SA Cup really building up and becoming part and parcel of SA Rugby calendar. That's what they're playing for. The silverware wrapped in the 80 minutes of action-packed rugby coming up next from Kimberley.
Preparing for that minute of silence. Today we are saying a minute of silence for Pumas fans who passed away on the 13th of May this year, 2026. He was a member of the Griquas team which won the Currie Cup in 1970. And he scored 2 tries on that match. In 1970, Pumas fans scored 2 tries and part of the team that won the cup. Let's have a minute of silence before we sing the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, remain standing as we sing the South African national anthem.
speaking of Kimberley, Africa, well, confirmation of late change for the Airlink Pumas. Tintin Swartz out, so Val de Fleurs, the former Sharks player, will start at fly half. Been in the Pumas since 2025, so he'll start at half, teaming up with Thomas Percy. And Chris Ellison is our referee, Tiamo Egon seconds, and Griffin Colby together, Henry Van Rooyen, the assistant referees. So we're in good hands this evening in Kimberley SA Cup final. Third one between these two teams. Back in 2024, it was Griquas who were champions of the SA Cup. Defending champions currently Airlink Pumas, won it last year in 2025. And that was an early encounter between the two teams. And last year, there it is, 39 points to 14. That was in Bombela. And the very first year, 2024, home ground advantage has been the key between the two sides, separates them. There's the late change in picture now. Val de Fleurs, 26-year-old, starting at fly half for the Pumas in the SA Cup final. Game on in Kimberley, 18 minutes. Who will be crowned champions of the 2026 season? Bobby Alexandra starting at scrum half for the Griquas.
That's what George Whitehead brings, the cool, calm connection in that 22, making sure they exit really, really well. The understanding between him and Bobby Alexander tonight is going to be so key for the Suzuki Griquas side, but immediately opportunity for Airlink Pumas to strike just outside that 22.
Gustav Durant, Pumas with position. Percy, former Griqua player. A number of players from both these teams have switched provinces and teams in the past.
Intention clear, Willie Engelbrecht wanting to take that in, wanting to get over that gain line early on. Just really strong, but as soon as he makes contact, ball just being dislodged, dropping straight down, and he'll be frustrated with that. He's one of those type of players that always look for momentum. He loves playing off front football. He's always looking for options left and right of him.
True servant of Puma Rugby, Willie Engelbrecht, 33 years old, spent some time in Cape Town, the Stormers. And a couple of weeks ago, clocked up his 100 caps for the Pumas.
Crouch! Bind! Sit! Use it 9.
The solid scrum. Alexander breaks onto the short side.
Stay.
Whitehead takes him over at scrum half to the pot of forwards. Prinsloo. Another former Puma players, Achia Prinsloo. Now calling Kimberley's home. And a bit of pressure. Alexander's kick up in the sky of Kimberley. Griquas retained position. It's Marco de Wit. For the first time, the ball getting a bit of width. Bestest pass is a good one. Will kick through. Oh, can't wait for Sako Makati to get a ball in hand. Big, strong run out of the ball. And it's stint with the sevens. Sterling High School down in the Eastern Cape.
Sako Makata's had an incredible season. I mean, he's got the second most carries in the competition, second most meters made, he's got the most offloads, most defenders beaten, so he understands what's needed at a high level rugby, and so you want to get the ball to him as quickly as possible.
Set piece, strong. Pretty simple, elementary from the Griquas. Bester out wide. Soccer World Cup kicking on in a couple of weeks' time, right here on Supersport. George Whitehead's right ahead of us.
Use!
Out in the fall, so advantage for the Pumas.
And they're just putting just enough pressure on the Suzuki Griquas just to make them doubt whether or not they want to make that pass, want to put it to ball. The skills being put under pressure just at that last minute. It's going to be really important now for the Pumas to get hands on ball. Everyone to try and get hands on ball, to try and lay the right kind of platforms. And it's going to start at set piece time, making sure you get that set piece in, especially in your 22-meter area, and set that rolling more to try and get forward.
Clean line out. Vanika. Bercy. The carry now, that from Roevold van der Merwe. He's making his way to Glasgow end of the season. Bercy change of direction to the left-hand side. Is something on here for the Pumas? Oh, for finding hands out wide. Msenge. No, it's Swanepoel. Try line inside for the Airlink Pumas. Need to be composed. Rush defense from the Griquas. The carry now from Skippers. Driven backwards. Thomas Bercy. Not too many options, just a part of forwards to regenerate some momentum. The referee's happy with that tackle. Santi's carry is good enough for the Pumas. Now for the captain, Suigas. Sampi Suigas, former Northwest University captain.
Balls available.
Bercy. Way through for the Pumas attack at the moment.
Tackler.
Quickly taken, opportunity.
Away, tackler!
Rolling away, but there it is, the try. Looks like the former Griqua player, no, the future Griqua player, Ntiga Fisanti, scores first try of the Cup final, SA Cup final.
Yeah, what an opportunity. Ntika Fisanti spotting that gap around that pillar and post, just out of position. Look, it was Ige Prinsloo that wasn't there, but the quick thinking from Thomas Bercy, trying to get the defenders, caught them off guard, had to track back all the way to the try line, and then it was all about trying to maintain that pressure. But you can see the clear out, creating that space. Marco de Wit as well as Prinsloo are unable to get back in position, and Ntika Fisanti, the first man wise to it, getting the first points, and the kick is good.
Dream start away from home for the Airlink Pumas, the SA Cup final.
They were camping in the 22, just outside the 22, so it was really important for the Airlink Pumas to strike first, get points on the board, and Ntika Fisanti doesn't need a second invitation to the try line.
Haven't quite settled as yet, the home team, Suzuki Griquas. The first 6 minutes belong to the Pumas, the right area. George Whitehead, the restart, head down, basics in place. No pressure, the breakdown from Griquas. Bercy under a bit of pressure from Bofu. Taken back, so advantage now for the home team, Suzuki Griquas.
It's going to be a huge opportunity now for the Suzuki Griquas. They had to do all the defending for the first 7 minutes of this match, had to make decisions under pressure. Now it's going to be about using that transitional play, getting into your attacking structures, making sure you get that first wave, first phase attack, get over the gain line, use your big ball runners to get you there, and then you can spread it out wide.
On the attack, bank a ball in front for Malembe and Bofu. Solid defense, Pumas. Some good patience here from Griquas, trusting they're driving more. Alexandra, inside ball, looking for Makata. Quick ball now for Alexandra. Griquas on the charge. Inside the Pumas 22, and a penalty advantage. Soft hands requires a 3-on-1. George Whitehead cuts back in field, doesn't matter. It's a ticking wing pass. Try time, Griquas. It's been good throughout the whole season. Cameron have try number 9. And the home team responds.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what you want to do after conceding a try. Cameron Hafke, how good has he been this season for the Suzuki Griquas, so aware. But they used the big ball carrier coming in, Sakamakata around the corner, and then it was all about trying to find one-on-one defenders, trying to find soft shoulders. That created the numbers, the inside line. George Whitehead cutting back onto the inside, had 2 players on the outside. It was a 2v1. The chicken wing pass, absolutely perfect, and a kiss to the crowd.
Enjoying his time in Kimberley, Cameron Haff. It all started in Pretoria with the Blue Bulls back in the day. To level the scores now, George Whitehead. Solid thump, no mistake. All square in Kimberley.
Yeah, although we said it was going to be tight, we said it was going to be one of those one for you, one for me punches between these two sides, and that's exactly what they did. Too slow to get into the defensive line, everyone corner flagging, which turns the shoulders. The defenders had to sit, make a decision, and George Whitehead too good.
Greek was looking for the exit. George Whitehead saved into touch. What a sight to see Suzuki Stadium packed, bums and seats.
Domestic rugby in South Africa, that's what we want. We want the crowds to come out. We want the crowds to come and support these sides, but it never disappoints in Kimberley. I was there with the inaugural SA Cup final, and it's so loud and so passionate. We talk about the 16th player. I think maybe make them 17.
Also the Currie Cup champions. Griquas. Rehearsed move from the Pumas. Percy weighing up his options. Launch centre field through Engelberg. Back up to the left hand side now. The Val de Vliers. Tester for Griquas at the back. With the advantage. Knock on.
And we've seen the Airlink Pumas throughout the season use that aerial battle. They've got the tall players at the back. JC Null, 1.9 odd meters. You know, he can go and put that aerial pressure in. Tino Swanepoel's got a great vertical, gets up really high, so he gets in the faces and in the eye line of the defender trying to receive that ball.
And the last time they played that round robin clash back in April, you know, it was the Griquas that kicked more. I think 12 kicks to the Pumas 8. Also using the boot of a George Whitehead, putting them into space.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Lucky.
Yeah. Definitely lucky. First one was really, really stable scrum, almost immovable, both packs. This time, I love how the forwards always just go look at their boots, checking was it the boot that slipped.
Taking out the mud.
Just fighting for that Leon Lions up against Sampi Swiggers, the captain. Really good scrummager, Sampi Swiggers.
Yeah, we can forget Sampi Swiggers being invited to the Springbok alignment camp back in 2024. For the Pumas and the captain.
Bind! Sit!
Big scrum, Griquas. Ooh.
Both backs going up.
Chris Allison feels both packs were going up.
Yeah, well, that second shove came in from the Suzuki Griquas. You could see immediately the lock started pushing through. The first pop-up, yeah, I definitely thought the Suzuki Griquas did enough in that scrum to deserve the penalty.
As I say, the Cats have got 9 lives. Pumas, 7 to go at scrum time. Got to do better now. That front row of Dube, Durant, Swiggers. Also, and the lock skip is the Clark for the Pumas.
Crouch! Bind!
Another powerful scrum, but doesn't matter. Pumas are back on the front foot. Thomas Bursey digs for it. Onto the right-hand side. Griquas have taken up space. Brilliantly defensive work. And a bit of pressure now. Fleurs. Long pass out wide by Liebenberg. Nowhere through for Ntiga Fisanti. Bursey onto that right-hand side. Kamlashe back on his feet.
Tackle release now.
Pumas looking to forge some sort of play, but it's a power
Okay, release.
play, the option at the moment. Griquas not giving in, not giving space. No mismatch being created. Is there something special there? The try scorer himself, Fisanti. Quick ball required, quick ball they get. Bursey, they need runners onto the ball. It's Griquas taking up the space. Dubis carry, stopped by Mpofu. Where's the magic going to come from in this cup final? Counter ruck, just delayed.
No hands.
Slow ball for the Pumas. There, the Bootsy on the option. Contestable in the air. Tap backwards by Swanepoel. Bursey cleans up. Was that knocked on? Referee says no, he can play on to Jack. Offloads. Long pass out wide. The gather now from Sange. Cuts in field. He's got pace. Pretty slow with the stop. Nowhere through there for Vian Fanica.
Hands out now.
Accurate read defensively by the home side. The Griquas again take up space on the outside, forcing the Pumas to come in field.
No hands. That's where you can play it.
Very slow ball. The counter ruck by Griquas. Oh, making it tough at the breakdown for Thomas Bursey. Finally digs it out onto the right-hand side. Msenge again back in the action, beats one. Inside ball from the captain. Turnover stands, and it's a good one.
Oh, Marco de Wit. I mean, the bravery and the guts it takes to pick that breakdown to try and poach Roelof van der Merwe, the man who got poached at the bottom of that breakdown, 7 on 7. I mean, there was 12 plus phases of attack. It was ball, high ball in play, weren't able to get over the gain line. Marco de Wit getting his hands over that ball, strong body position, low in that tackle. Absolutely nobody able to clear him off that. Carl Els did really well there too. Made the tackle, got out of the way immediately for Marco de Wit to get in and get hands over that ball. And the Airlink Pumas will be frustrated. They tried the kick, they tried going wide, they weren't able to get over that gain line. That's going to give the Suzuki Griquas energy in this final.
Energy they deserve defensively, very solid, showing a lot of patience. The Suzuki Griquas.
2 messages coming in. Bobby Alexander.
Kimberley. Janko Ace. Ball for Liebenberg, the options. Very smooth channeling of the ball to the back. Under a bit of pressure. Alexander finally comes through. Zulindaba.
Use it.
Leon Lyons. He was looking just to absorb that hit, not a forceful carry from the Lucid prop.
Last feet, last feet, last feet.
Kata to chase on that left wing. Senge goes up. Kata makes the stop. Held up at the moment. Tackle's called. Lots of position with the Pumas. Outside the 22. Valdefleurs. Up country he goes. opportunity. Cameron Hafton try scorer for Griquas. At fullback returns the favor, looking for opening. Doesn't get one. It's a kicking contest, rightly so. Another great skill. This beautiful game we play. Ricardo Fleers, great replacement for Chinton Swart. And that is a big, outstanding kick from the fly half. Driving Griquas back again, quickly taken. George Whitehead. Is he going to find touch? Oh, it's perfect timing, but it's out of the falls a call.
Oh, it's starting to get spicy now. I think George Whitehead was just arguing the fact that he was inside his 22 and had kicked it directly out into touch. Thought he had full rights to it, but it's been brought back. He got played back into the 22.
I think it's a great call. Remember that it was a kick that was gathered. It went out quickly. Line out quickly taken.
I made myself really clear with the message beforehand. I don't need to. That'll be the last. I play the line out. Next one will either be reversed depending on the severity. I play good, we'll go and rest. Did you hear me there? Thanks. Yes.
Okay, well, the call is now coming in, and that's what referee Christopher Allison was saying, was the ball was taken out by the Griquas, hence why the Pumas now have that line out inside the 22. So I think it's got nothing to do with George Whitehead's kick, but rather...
Or should have let them play that long.
And to us, it looked like that ball had bounced perfectly 22 to 22 and just gone up perfectly, but we're up in the comms box.
Opportunity on the attack now. Forward pass. Gustav Durant. The move was there. They found the space. And they found Bobby Alexander. Man with a big heart to scrum off.
Passionate between these two sides. Don't want to give each other an inch. Don't know why you always got to go for the smallest guy on the field, though.
No. It's a smaller guy that always goes for everyone.
Yeah, that's where that forward pass came in. Roewald van der Merwe wanted to play it back into the hands of Gustav Durant. Just travelled forward. But this is interesting, though, because Christopher Allison had that conversation with the captains, had said he knew, both sides knew what the expectations were coming into the side. And so where was the knock-on, the Suzuki Griquas now get the penalty and they can clear outside their 22.
First quarter down. All square in Kimberley. Well, he started at hooker, Gustav Durant, the last time these two teams met. Round robin stages.
Backwards and gathered by Pink. No hands now.
Suigas, the captain, carries. On the ground, the contest, just missing it. Knocked on Dube for the Pumas.
Release.
Percy. Pumas got to convert this pressure into points. Now Fanikak straightens the line for the Pumas inside that red zone.
Ball was out. Ball was out.
And the ball is out, and Fisanti gets man and ball. Flares over the top. Something could be on there. Some magic. There's the pace. That's what's required. There, brilliantly done. JC now in the corner. 2 tries last weekend, is back in the scorecard for the final.
Yeah, that was really well done. The awareness to play the ball through Navaldo Fleers to come to this right-hand side. It was really tight defense by the Suzuki Griquas. They kept everyone really, really tight, really narrow. Thought they were going to keep busting up with those forwards. And then it was just the ball quick out the back, understanding where the space was. Jason Nell coming around the corner at pace. Nobody there in those wider channels for the Suzuki Griquas. And we said they had to make use and make good use of their opportunities, and they have.
Right, so one thing they've dominated the Pumas in this first quarter territorial game. They're playing the football in the right areas, really pinned Griquas deep in their own half. Tester coming through for Navaldo Fleers. Head down, the striker smooth the direction. Yes, it's good. Yes, it's good. Just making it. Doesn't matter.
Number 2.
There are no comments.
Yeah, it's the understanding, it's the awareness from the Airlink Pumas. JC Null, he's got the strength, but more importantly, he's got the pace, the rugby IQ to come around the corner. That came from a Suzuki Griquas lineup that got stolen. They got that penalty, went to the line. Pumas got ball back in hand, and they walk away with points.
Giant Clark with the Dube, waiting the kickoff from George Whitehead. It's in the air, contestable, superbly managed by the experience of JJ Skeppers, who's off to Sale Sharks later on this year.
Yeah, he's getting out. Go, stop! Be careful.
Having called the man's name all game, Dylan Mark, that tells you a story as well. That means there hasn't been opportunity with ball in hand. It's straightened, towed through by Whitehead again, showing his football skills. Zuelinda straightened and out.
Yeah, got met physically in the contact there. Zuelindaba just illegally so. But you can see once the Suzuki Griquas get ball in hand, how quick they're able to recycle it, where the understanding is. They've got these little passes that they give of Cameron Hufke deciding to go for that line, knew he had supporters on the outside. The offload just not coming off perfectly, but they just look really in rhythm and in gear when they do get on the attack, when they do get on the front foot. Zuelindaba, and that's a big boy. Trying to get the rip, but just met just on the chin.
For the first time, set piece for Griquas inside the Pumas 22. Yanku ace. Cup final pressure for Griquas. We haven't seen these mistakes from them throughout the season.
Yeah, short on free kick for that dummy mock throw at the lineup. Peter Berg will be frustrated by that.
Not finding touch. Dylan Mart. Cameron Happ.
Stop, move back.
Looking to put some interest in that ball, but not finding touch. JC Nell, the Namibian international.
Get out, Pumas! One, get out!
And the Northern Cape's guy goes and regathered by Fleers. Opportunity Pumas. They lead by 7. Skeppers. Dube awaits. Change of decision to the captain rather, Suigas.
Hands!
Percy Beckett scrum off. Onto the short side they go, the Pumas. Straight to ground.
Yeah, diving straight over.
Bobby Alexander bailed out of that. Saw it coming. No excuse. Pumas going straight to ground at the breakdown.
Yeah, Pumas flying in there.
No point of contact.
absolutely can't fly into a ruck in that way. JC now taking it into contact
I was blocked by the
and diving straight over. Willie Engelbrecht immediately puts his hands up in the air, knows how dangerous that is.
Last weekend, very fortunate. You know, the discipline at one stage, down to 2 yellow cards.
You don't look at it, it's going to just say a penalty. You only rushed it, right?
And that's what the Airlink Pumas
George, start back
conscious
on.
of in this cup final, their discipline.
The Suzuki Griquas are the kind of side that play the full 80 minutes too. They don't let up. They almost find more energy in the final 20 minutes.
100%. It's always been the case with the teams from Kimberley. 80 minutes performance, second half, they just shift gear.
And they won't be panicking now either. 7 points in it. Got over 13 minutes left to play in the first half. They know they just need to get into the right areas of the field.
Sorry, I'm in the wrong way.
Faulted line-out time as well last weekend. Winning 11 from the 13 and offer. Whitehead. Where is the match going to come from? It's been knocked on.
Advantage over.
No, in first days he needs to be very careful. Dylan marked. Looks to run to Pretoria very quickly at the moment. He's to stay in Kimberley for this cup final first. To the captain, Liebenberg. Pumas not committing numbers of the breakdown, so they're all in their feet, covering up space at the Suzuki Stadium. Bob Alexander's kick in the air. Nobody claiming it as yet. Tap backwards. It's advantage for the Pumas as Fisanti takes play to the halfway. Thomas Percy, slow ball,
Yeah,
options
knock-on
onto the left
advantage.
hand side. And a knock-on advantage still in play. Griquas been put under pressure, ball in hand by the Pumas.
Advantage over.
Ball deflares, now the advantage is over. Nope, that's now another knock-on advantage, Pumas. Well-weighted kick.
Knock-on.
Initially thought it would be just outside the 22. Ball drifted at Cameron Huff's judgment of that high ball resulted in the knock-on.
Yeah, the night sky can be tricky. You got lights to deal with. Hufke just out of position initially. Tried to change last minute, and in the trying to change his body, turned his back towards the oncoming traffic, try and knock it backwards. It's running out of time. You can see how low he caught that ball too. So he was never in a favorable position to catch that ball. But Navaldo Flair just sending it really, really high, making it a tester. There's nobody chasing it either. You're really getting in the face of Cameron Hufke. Huge opportunity for the Airlink Pumas. And they're really good when they get in these areas too. They've gotten 2 tries from just over 3 visits into the 22. So they're turning the pressure into points, and that's going to be important for them, especially in this first half.
Bind. Sit.
Much better scrum from the Pumas, picked up by Engelbrecht, straightens the line. And the offload out wide to Swanepoel, Tino Swanepoel. Try line inside for the Pumas. It's been knocked on. All to play for in Kimberley. Griquas opting for the ball in hand approach as best as straightens.
Knock-on advantage. Advantage
Whitehead.
over.
And the advantage is over.
Man, oh man. I think it was Willie Engelbrecht who received the ball just behind him, ran straight at Bobby Alexander. But we spoke about George Whitehead's football skills
No, it was kicked off.
throughout the evening. Got a good dive in there.
Nice little tackle. George Whitehead. Sliding tackle.
Never know what is in store for the 37-year-old. Still not out of trouble though. Still camping inside their own 10-meter. And eventually all these defensive pressures, that's going to start taking a toll on the body too for the Suzuki Griquas.
7 points, definitely not enough between these two teams. At the tail, it is a brilliant ball. Chance coming through now for Van der Merwe. Roelof van der Merwe looks good here for Niekerk.
I need to stand something.
If you're not celebrating with the Pumas, you're missing out. What a try from set piece. Vian van Niekerk, the try scorer. They extend their lead in the SA Cup final.
The Airlink Pumas came into this final with 12 players having played in that final last year. The understanding, the awareness, the offloads, the support lines, and the strength of that man, Vian van Niekerk. 184 meters, 100 kilograms, changes direction at pace. And this is what we said. They're really good just outside the 22. They're really good at making it count. And unfortunately for the Suzuki Griquas, they've just not been on the right side of the field in this first half. They got a couple of opportunities, unable to make it count. And the Airlink Pumas making sure they strike and strike every single time.
With the extras, Val de Fleurs raises the flag. What a first half we've seen from the Airlink Pumas, flying high in Kimberley.
One-off runners, one-off defenders, unable to make the hit. George Whitehead off his feet. When Vian van Niekerk came around the corner, came at pace, knew which channel he wanted to run into, extending the lead for the Airlink Pumas.
Can the home team, Griquas, bounce back? Less than 7 minutes left in the first half. George Whitehead restarts. Chasing on hard is Makata. Problems here. No, it's a Dylan Mart.
I think that might be a case of one player being higher than the other player.
He got foul play. It's not he's got no chance. The player was there.
Trouble coming
Look
up.
at it, how he lands. All right. Got to make sure. All right.
Big trouble coming up here for Griquas. Egan seconds the TMO.
Yeah, all right. So we just want to see how this player
You're
landed.
calling it correctly.
At this stage, we do deem it as foul play. We just want to see how he landed and the level of danger, please.
Yeah, to me it looked like Dylan Mart went
Got
up
there first.
too.
I think he got there first to the ball.
And it looked like Lundi Msengi had just gotten higher, got on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, there's no malicious intent in that. Dylan Mart had turned his back. He was trying to get up into the air.
Yeah, I mean, there was clear access. They had a clear line of sight.
Oh,
Yeah,
the landing.
landing is absolutely.
Make or break this cup final for the Griquas.
He lands on his head. Okay. So on field we were at foul play. We just want to determine the level of danger, and we've got a TMO. He's had a look at it. So how we determine the level of danger is that level of where the player lands. So the TMO has confirmed that that player landed on his head. All right. So that has to be a red card. All right. No, it's a 20-minute red card, right?
Down to 14 men. Suzuki Griquas. Red card for Dylan Mart. The next 20 minutes.
Yes,
Pumas
20-minute red card.
got to make it count.
And that's the final bit of play that Dylan Mart will have, or final say that Dylan Mart will have in this final. One of those players always gives his everything, unfortunately. Just getting it wrong there. Lundi Msengi, I mean, he's up. He looks okay. It looked really, really bad the way it landed. You can see directly on his head. That's why it is that 20-minute red card.
Pumas with position. Bercy. Fleurs. Drives the Griquas back in their own half. No one claiming it. finally claimed by Cameron Heft. Chased down hard is Visanti. To the back of their minds, running down the clock.
Lost.
Finishes first.
Use
half,
it,
don't
9.
concede. And reset
Yeah.
at half time. Alexandra. Makata chases. Senga gathers, smashed hard on the ground. Contest on the ground. Griquas win it. Yanku ace.
They need energy now, the Suzuki Griquas. They're one man down. It's 14 playing 15.
Okay.
Well, that's not the way to do it.
You got them all, Griff? Yeah.
Directly out on the
You want
full.
the scrum?
It's gone dead. Advantage with the Pumas.
Small
Yes,
margins, I
yes,
win.
yes.
In a final, those small battles, they all start stacking up and adding up. Take it back, you think about the mock that they had in that 22, the lineup that they had there. Then it came all the way back, conceding that try. Willie Engelbrecht knocking the ball over the try line there. That could have been extra 7 points that's been added. Now this.
Halfway line scrum.
Where are you starting? Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Huge improvement
Ball's
in scrum
available at the
time
back.
by the Pumas. Engelbrecht, one of the leaders in this team. Vanika passes good. JC Nell driving. Greek was backwards.
Use it, 9!
Bofu. Could be a turnover. Referee says not.
Last feet.
Alexander's kick chased on by Makata.
Ball's available.
Thomas Percy now in position for the Pumas. Long pass out wide. They found space a couple of times on this right-hand side. They show and go from front of Merva. Santi, now Msenga. Stays on his feet, buys supporters time to come through. Carry now from de Klerk.
Tackler!
Percy. One of the try scorers for Nika. Gets driven
Now leave it
backwards.
now!
Again, Greek was going to start from deep. Is there some magic here from Cameron Huff? Whatever gap he saw quickly shut down.
Got it. He's got it back. Go release!
Greek was still maintained position. Onto the right-hand side. Sako Makata, powerful runner. Takes two
release
Pumas
that,
defenders to bring him down. Minutes remain in this first half. It's been Pumas all the way. Long pass, man and ball. Into touch.
I think Zane Best had forgot that Dylan Mart wasn't on the field.
Just no flow in Griquas' attack at the moment. Not panicking under pressure, but credit must go to the Airlink Pumas. They've put them under pressure.
Yeah, they're getting into the faces. They're driving them backwards in their hits. Zane Best that looks up. I don't know who he thought he saw there. 22-meter opportunity for the Airlink Pumas. They're going to want to keep extending their lead too. They've done all the work defensively. That's what was asked of them. Now they've got to make a counter-attack.
Gustav Durant in the front again. This time around not going forward. Charges onto George Whitehead. Santi. Going to call Kimberley's home in the next couple of months. It's for Santi. Energy in that
Tackler!
defense. Thomas Percy weighing up the options. The part of forwards lines up. They will carry.
Tackle away!
Change of direction.
Behind.
Sort of a drop goal.
Play on his run out. It's not a direct catch.
It's not a direct catch. George White is going to play.
Sorry.
Mark is called.
Mark's right here.
Almost thought George Whitehead had run the ball
Right
dead,
till he
but
goes.
caught that he had called that mark in the 22. Remember, the Airlink Pumas have that extra player, so there is space somewhere on the field. They like to defend really tight, the Suzuki Griquas, but now they've rather had to go and defend space rather than man on man.
Yeah, they'll be happy, Griquas, the way they've managed the last 7 minutes since the red card to Dylan Marked, haven't conceded. Chance now to finish strong in the first half. Halftime hooter is gone. Pumas with possession.
Out now, out now, out now. Backwards once.
Percy. Vanika, Fleurs. Someone needs to straighten here for the Pumas. Comes through now. It's JC Nell. Swanepoel. Right up against the touchline. Stays in field. Ball to Fleurs to Gustav Durant. To the captain, Suigas.
Okay, release.
Dube puts the head down. Big hit. Now the Griquas defense. Onto the short side they go. Flares. Could be magic in numbers there. The step is brilliant. Then the off the top pass, JC Nell. Could be a double. Yes, it is! JC Nell. The magic, the ball de Fleurs. That's where it came from. A brace for Nell.
And we said there's going to be space somewhere. Look at how Zane Beston and Cameron Hafka trying to buy time. Navaldo Fleurs doesn't fall for it, decides to straighten, come back onto the inside. Because Zane Beston had already turned his shoulder because he was trying to coax him towards that touchline, that creates the opportunity on the outside. Backs himself, hits it hard, the offload even better.
I'll tell you when. Just wait.
JC Null getting that try and extending that lead for the Airlink Pumas.
Can you write the time there? 20 seconds.
Tester for the Val de Fleurs right up against the touchline. Remember, it was a late replacement. And that's the end of the first half. Flying high, dominated by the Airlink Pumas, the defending champions of the SA Cup in Kimberley. They lead Griquas 26 points to 9. What a first half we've had in Kimberley there. Airlink Pumas, the defending champions, lead the Suzuki Griquas 26 points to 7. Nobody saw this one coming. 4 tries to 1. Did you expect this later?
Oh, no, absolutely not. You thought home ground advantage coming into Suzuki Stadium in Kimberley. The crowd is loud. It's really tough. It's really hostile to play here. But the Airlink Pumas came out and they showed fight. This is the first try. Thomas Bursey taking that opportunity. looking for that penalty opportunity. And then once it's sucked in enough defenders, Ntsika Fisanti gets in, spots a mismatch, and gets over for that one. Then
Well, solid response that coming from Griquas at home. Cameron Hafter was a finisher as well, but look at the magic from George Whitehead, the inside pass, the little chicken wing. Straightening off that attack from George Whitehead. He stepped up to convert as well.
And it was all about building pressure and changing direction at the right time. Navaldo Fair spotting that, but it was all about JCNL coming around the corner, using his pace to get in. Yeah, then they kept going, kept ball in hand, got into the right areas of the field, stayed outside the 22. Vian van Niekerk imposing himself on the defense.
Right, the halftime hooter had gone this one. And what magic feat that from Fleers finds JCNL for the brace in the corner. And what a way to finish the first 40 minutes. Remember the red card as well to Dylan Mart. They were down to 14 men. Where the home team Suzuki Griquas, well, Peter Berg had a lot of work to do at halftime as a coach. The last time they won the competition was the very first one in 2024. From then on, it's really just been Airlink Pumas. The man from Selborne, one of 4 players from Selborne, is Sango Kamlashe. He won it with Griquas in 2024, won the SA Cup last year with the Pumas. Big question is, can he do it for the 3rd time? 40 more minutes left. Remember, also captain Griquas a number of times. There's Sango Kamlashe, had a stint with the Lions. What to expect in the second half, Leila?
Yeah, well, for the Airlink Pumas, they're going to have to go back to 0. They can't become complacent, not against a Suzuki Griquas team that knows how to play the full 80, knows how to strike, but they're going to have to start stringing a couple of passes, a couple of phases together, the Suzuki Griquas. It's been too rushed almost. It's been really helter-skelter for them. They've been put under pressure at breakdown. George Whitehead's boot's been put under pressure. He's made a couple of errors in the wrong areas of the field. So for them, it's going to be about patience with ball in hand, stringing a couple of passes, couple of phases together, and being the first to score.
First to score is the call. Can the Griquas do it? Pumas played a superb territorial game in that first half. George Whitehead kicks us off for the last 40 minutes of the SA Cup for 2026 season. Managed at the back by the Pumas. They've changed their jerseys from that white to more pink. Two tries the first half for now. I'm sure he'd love to make it a hat-trick in the cup final.
Inside the 10. This is where we're going to see what the chat was at halftime. Do they change the way they play? Do they keep backing themselves? A couple of changes on the part for the Suzuki Griquas too.
Contest to the line out. Good by the Pumas. Going to find a way to get that go forward, Griquas. Alexandra keeping it up front with the forwards. Marco De Wit.
Release!
URC experience with young Marco De Wit. Change of direction, but they haven't done enough to commit the Puma defenders. But it's the power of Zwelindaba.
Leave!
Alexander quickly taken. Bester not held in the tackle, keeps going. Power play on the left-hand side by the home team. Hafka working hard. Pumas take up space defensively, good work. Alexandra to the replacement, Shezi. Shezi, fresh legs on.
No!
They've slowed it down, we've done enough. Tian Langa. Slow at the breakdown, a new front row for Griquas as a ball full charges. Needs the team support.
Okay, release now! Ball's available.
With their arms, referee's happy with it. With that tackle, Alexandra weighing up their options. Slow at the breakdown for the home side. They're looking to score first in the second half. 26 points to 7. Shezi has another goal. Engelbrecht stops him. Not an accurate pass. With the penalty.
Offside.
Yeah, offside at that breakdown.
The whole
The
blind
Airlink
side was
Pumas,
offside.
they were caught. There was a 3-on-2. That's why Bobby Alexander tried to get that ball out really quickly. Just inaccurate on that pass. Right area of the field at the moment now.
Kom, just do it.
Needed to go.
Yeah,
Eventually
yeah,
the numbers came around the corner, started stacking.
See the confidence of the Pumas are going to compete.
Struggled at line out time.
The shift. The power play here, Griquas. Try line inside, but they're short. Route 1 they go. The pick up and drive. Can't see the ball as yet. Now we can. Puma defense stands strong. It's available for Griquas. Still short. Can they reignite the comeback here in Kimberley? SA Cup final. Route 1 they go. Again, the pillar defense is strong from the Pumas. Alexandra digs for it. Solid taking up space and making the hit. Brilliant work. Griquas been driven backwards. Contest on the ground.
Offside. Off feet.
And a penalty advantage, Griquas.
Off feet. Not you. That's it.
Discipline.
First player was off his feet.
Airlink Pumas now
Number two
starting
off
to
his
let them down. Stacking penalties on penalties. And you can hear George Whitehead saying to Christopher Allison, that's the second penalty. The defense of the Airlink Pumas. So physical this match.
Direct they go.
Here's the ball. Here's the ball. Here's the ball.
With the forwards they go again. Looks good. Got to call it. Got to give it. There it is. Chris Allison making the call. Griquas respond. Lawrence Oosthuizen. The try scorer.
Yeah, it's so good. From the Suzuki Griquas. They kept it patient. We said they needed to be the first to score coming out of that break. This is what they were talking about, being physical, staying up front, making sure the defenders feel you. Oosthuizen, low, strong leg drive, getting over, and the conversion's good, so they get the full 7 points too. It was the build, it was the stack of pressure, it was the penalties conceded by the Airlink Pumas, getting the Suzuki Griquas that front foot ball. And then it's back yourself at the bottom. Look how quickly, though, the Suzuki Griquas have turned around, getting back into their half. They want to up the tempo. They want to get ball back in hand. And you can just see the Airlink Pumas taking their time.
Especially a number of the Airlink Pumas did play for Griquas, so they know what it's like, that second half in Kimberley, what this team can do. Franco van der Merwe, forwards coach of Griquas,
Use it 9.
says some stern words at half time, especially being down to 14 men.
Oh, no.
JC now not shot. These are the kind of mistakes we saw in the first half from Griquas.
That was almost the first mistake that JC Nell's made for the evening. He's got 2 tries to his name already. Got under it, and then just not tightening those elbows.
Also, similar area in terms of the right hand side of the field where we saw Cameron Huff knocking on the high ball. Could be the lighting.
Could be the lighting.
Yeah.
I want to know, though, interestingly enough, so tight up against the touchline, you've got the whole crowd in that right ear of yours. I mean, you just know, you feel those eyes.
You actually don't hear the crowd when you're playing. When you're in your zone, they actually don't exist.
Crouch.
It's only when you start winning and you start
Fine.
letting your guard out of it that you can feel them.
Sit.
There's the penalty advantage, and rightly so.
Still playing advantage.
Zwelinda straightens. They got the penalty advantage. Whitehead. Not an accurate pass at Makata.
They just got to stay tight again.
Standing up
When
under
it was
pressure, not staying
when they were
straight.
really tight, they were in that 22. They were making it work. Outside the 10 meter, that's where you want to start building. You want to start getting defenders off their feet. You've got these one-off runners. George White trying to change direction, loose passes. That's kind of going down. That just keeps ball in play. There's no offside line. It allows the Airlink Pumas to get into those spaces and put you under pressure again. Luckily this time they had that penalty advantage, kind of a free play.
It's also the mindset of that free play. So the helter-skelter comes in. How can we quickly get this ball out wide? On the attack, home team, Griquas. Pressure at line of time, but Alexander comes away with it. Draw it down. Alexandra. Same play. Kay with the forwards up front. Shezi. Try scorer Lawrence Oosthuizen. Now looking for Zwelindaba.
Okay, release.
Pumas defense hanging on.
No.
Solid, much better hits coming in from the Pumas. Whitehead. Oh, the knock on from Makata. Kamlashe. Msenge. Kick is charged down.
No advantage. Knock on.
The Pumas have been happy for that kick to connect and go upfield.
Yeah, out the back, Zane Best just being the dummy runner in the front, an option there. Just the drift going, maybe 1-2 players too wide for Sako Makata, not keeping his eye on that ball and just dropping it. That's such a soft knock on too. Tian Manga down, came onto the park at half time, needed to make a change, made that full front row replacement, the Suzuki Griquas.
So he said he collapsed because he tried to crank. That's why he collapsed.
The biggest things, yeah, its home team has won in the past. Last year, final was down in Bombela. Pumas victorious. 2024, home team was Griquas. They got the win. But as it stands, the Pumas in the lead. Connor Mahoney waiting for his opportunity.
He could be the energy they need off the bench.
Yeah, so he's going to come on when that red card is, the 20-minute red card. Dylan Marto, he's not going to come back on the field. The different players got to take on their spot. Didn't play last weekend, the semi-final. Zwelindaba together with Bester. Starting in center. SA Cup final.
Almost built like a loose forward, Zwelindaba. Tall, strong.
But all these players, you know, we mentioned earlier on in that first half, Vian Fanika, Clinton Swartz has come.
Right, time back on, let's
two
go.
flankers at 10-12.
Yeah, not the type of guys you want running into your channel.
JC Nell, not a small lad either. Griquas had a slight edge at scrum time. Never got the reward in that first half.
Crouch! Fine!
Front row has already claimed the penalty.
Both backs are anticipating to go. Listen to my calls. All right, so both of you go. Just wait for my calls, all right?
Yeah, just going straight down there. Junior Banda. And you could hear the call coming from referee Christopher Allison. They're anticipating that set call. So they're not patient enough. Allison will wait until they've shown him the right
Crouch!
picture before he calls that set.
Fine! Sit!
Griquas. And the shove comes through, not getting the reward from a dominant scrub. Chance looks slightly forward for Kamlashe, but he keeps going. Brought down by Zwelindaba. No release. Advantage Pumas.
Best that as soon as that tackle's called, have to have a clear release before having a go at that ball. First real opportunity for the Airlink Pumas. Inside the 22.
Yes, thank you.
With that, Griquas are back to full complement of 15. Connor Mahoney, comfortable at fullback as well. He comes on for Dylan March, got the red card. It was in the first half. And changes for the Pumas.
Okay, let's go.
Junior Banda, Etienne Yanaka. Coming on a prop forward. Looking for Engelbrecht, and they get him. Momentum in the driving more for the Pumas.
One stop. Guy, use it now.
Looking for their second SA Cup championship. Bercy, they're lining up on the right-hand side, coming around the corner. It paces Banda. The fresh legs are coming on, injecting a bit of pace. Turned over at the breakdown. Position of power, Carl Els wins it for Griquas.
George Whitehead, not wasting any time, making the Airlink Pumas march back. Junior Banda, I mean, what a run from the big man. Goes in really strong. And then you can see Carl Els, the assisted tackler, releases, then goes for the ball. Between him and Marco de Witt, they really do seize their opportunities at the bottom of a breakdown. They're really good at timing when is the right opportunity to go for.
Langer, center, feed, middle of the line out.
One stop.
It's great recovery and reaction from Pumas defense on the driving more. Alexander. Only to chase. Swanepoel. Whitehead out wide to Cameron Huff. Try scoring the first half. Change of direction now. Not able to build up some momentum as Makata. Good chase from Banda. Alexander in the pocket for Whitehead. Chase on hard as Mahoney. Outside the 22, well-weighted kick. Good positioning that JC Nell and Fleers. Great communication. Whitehead opting for ball in hand approach, gets caught.
Release!
Griquas looking to generate some momentum. They're Puma defense, exactly where they're going. It's been ripped. The hands available for Fisanti. Gets a pass out by Kamlash. Against Bester, Kamlash wins that mini battle. JC Nell takes play to the 22. Pumas looks promising. Banda can't hang on, but it's gone backwards.
Okay, release now. No hands!
Bercy. Looking for something special out wide here. The Pumas stays on his feet was Engelbrecht. Now Swanepoel fell into the tackle of Whitehead. Shifting at the breakdown. Griquas creating opportunities.
Looked like that was Ntubeko Shezi. who went and got that ball back for the Suzuki Griquas. The Airlink Pumas know how to turn defense into attack really, really quickly. How quickly they got that ball out wide into the hands of JC now. Suzuki Griquas catch-up defense had to work really, really hard to get there. And then as the Airlink Pumas started building, the Griquas just started setting. There must have been a conversation during the week too, just around which breakdowns to target, around looking for the right opportunities. Really flat-footed, went straight in. JJ Skippers. Thought it might have been Tobeko Shezi, but actually it was Malembe and Mpofu got his long levers over that. 4-on-4. Mpofu winning that one.
One more score for Griquas, got a ball game in hand here. And that's what Pumas, they just can't step up defensively.
Hy moet oopmaak. Die jumper moet oopmaak.
Van der Merwe, Karel van der Merwe. Good contest, won by the Pumas. A kind bounce. So Swanepoel sees a half gap.
Stop.
And into touch.
I think for the Suzuki Griquas, I mean, looking back at this match, depending on whatever the outcome is, that line-out is going to be so key for them to work on, especially going into that Currie Cup season. A lot of these teams are going to start reading their plays. You can see the Airlink Pumas understand what they're doing. So they're sending 2 jumpers up, 1 jumper up in the front. Immediately puts Langa under pressure.
Both in the front for Griquas.
Okay, get out.
Looking to find a way closer to the Pumas try line. Alexandra is the magic. Zwelindaba straight into Fanika. It's beef against beef. Inside centers. Around the corner they come here, Griquas. Alexandra. That's an unforced error. Lost their shape completely.
17 offside.
Etienne Janneke. Let's just come into the park for the Airlink Pumas. Offside at that breakdown. Gotta go quickly. Starting to run out of time, George Whitehead. This is where they just started losing their shape. You can see Bobby Alexander, the frustration on his face. He had 3 different runner options to choose from, but nobody awake to that ball to receive.
But he passed straight into space, Alexandra. He's not being that accurate at the moment. Maybe a chance. The legs are getting a bit heavy. Capable youngster on the bench, Caleb Abrams. But before that happens, a chance for Griquas. Abrams has come on, number 21 jersey. Bester joins in the fun up front. Penalty advantage for Griquas. Card. Down to 14 men. Ziga Fisanti.
Just too far out from the goal line, so it wasn't a probable try. But I did feel that was cynical, that's why I gave him a yellow card.
First time try scorer. Oh, the first try scorer for the match. And Ziga Fisanti has been working really, really hard. He's been getting hard off the line in defense, but just making the wrong read there. You see, he's frustrated.
Number 10 substitution.
Feels hard done by with that yellow card, but you've got to be so accurate in your defense of that ball, that close to the try line.
Been signed by the Griquas for the Currie Cup season. Ziga Fisanti.
Yeah, just been called for collapsing that ball into Ziga Fisanti. Got to collapse as soon as it hits the ground.
Another contest. Line out 1.
Knockout
by the Pumas.
Scrum on the 15.
And this is probably the set piece the Suzuki Griquas would rather want.
Yeah.
The
The scrums,
scrums.
yeah.
Time is off.
because they're being put under so much pressure. You had line-out time
number
every
9.
single time a jumper is being sent up in the front, because they're going for that front foot option.
Connor van Eden, former Rondebosch pupil, comes on for the Pumas at scrum
Okay,
off.
time back on.
Strike play time now for the Suzuki Griquas. Something you've trained this entire week. What is that one bit of magic, one bit of spark that you train playing off of a right-hand scrum?
Crouch! Bind! Get up. Okay. We can't close the space because then he's got no space to go. No, I get that. He looks very uncomfortable. I need us to get some more space. That's a safety issue. All right. Let's try again. Yes.
Chris, I'm afraid there's no comfort in that front
they
row.
said
You just
you
get
said
on
that-
with it.
So you can make yourself comfortable. All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Chose to be a prop.
Make yourself comfortable. Eagle view from the Pumas performance analysis.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Oh, what a contest.
Advantage.
Deep contest between the two sides. Penalty advantage now. Abrams digs for it, but they're controlling it at the base. A chance for the response. It's good. Caleb Abrams is try scorer. But it all starts up front with a solid scrum.
Just come onto the park, Caleb Abrams. Already making contribution. Lucid coming in, getting a good scrum on. Still up against Sampi Swiegers. Probably lucky because looked like Shazy was coming in at an angle, but that creates the opportunity, that creates the gap. The flanks get caught tight in at the bottom of that scrum. They're going backwards. They're unable to break early.
TMA will tell me on 20
Had
seconds.
already been set wide off of one. Looked like Danrich Versaghi that's come into the park at 10.
20 seconds.
Caleb Abrams making full use of all the space in front of him.
They're down. Strike is good. George Whitehead. Still a long way to go. Much better from the home team.
Yeah, late break off by the number 7, Roewald van der Merwe. He was caught at the bottom of that scrum.
Number 7 sub.
No way to get hands on Caleb Abrams. He's quick, he's nippy. 5-point game. Owen. Airlink Pumas haven't scored in the second half.
Right, let's go.
Best conversion of the last try into that first half for the Pumas. Van der Merwe with the catch. That's great defensive work there from Connor van Eden. Outstanding.
2 knocks. First knock off Pink, then off Griquas. First knock. So.
Yeah, right up
Winner.
tight on
Sorry.
that 5-meter line. So the feed's going to come in from the touchline side. Caleb Abrams,
Previous penalty was
that
against
will
you.
allow George
He was on the
Whitehead to
ground.
have a
Right,
better
okay.
angle to clear from too. 15 plays 14. Tika Fasanti just has to watch for the next 7 minutes and hope that his team can do enough to stay in the lead.
Okay, let's go. Right.
Etienne Yannicka up against Dobego Shezi. That's where the contest is at. Slide right shoulder will give George Whitehead more space to clear. If not, Devet Marais will be charging down
Crouch!
at the Griquas fly half.
Bind! Sit!
No, quality hit, quality scrum. Griquas, yeah, well deserved. A thing of beauty from Shezi, Dobego Shezi.
Number 1, loose head, elbow in.
Had the hit, had the advantage.
Okay.
Etienne Janneke started in that semi-final last weekend against Poland. Pumas were looking to finish strong. Still a long way to go in this cup final.
Yeah, Janneke, earlier on in that previous scrum, had the
Number 4, sub.
bend on
4.
Shezi. This time, Shezi staying strong in that
Feed.
fight, and then eventually that second shove comes on.
Sorry.
I said it was a 5-point
4,
game. It's
sub.
actually a
Number 4,
7-point
sub.
game.
Okay.
That try was converted at the end.
Derek Pretorius coming on for Malembe Mpofu. Much better line at Marco de Vet for Griquas. They're keeping it tight. Griquas, the driving maul is working. Still going, marching on towards the Pumas 22. Pumas got to regroup.
One
Crowd now gets behind the home side. Alexander. Vilindaba finds space into the 22 go Griquas. Abrams onto the right hand side. They're coming through, offering their services to carry the ball for Griquas. Van der Merwe. Straight
Hands up
into the
now!
pillar defense of the Airlink Pumas. Where's the magic going to come from in this cup final? Zwelindaba is calling for it. Very tight line. Griquas players just asking Caleb to up the tempo. Keep playing is the call. Almost got behind the Pumas defense. Onto the short side they go. Abrams to the captain. Dips on, Shezi in support. Pumas not having it. It's great defense, Pumas.
Use it.
It's a game of margins, inches. It is so close between the two teams. Building a rivalry unmatched in the SA Cup. Abrams. Power game, go Griquas again, Van der Merwe.
Hands.
Liebenberg switches on, tips it on for Derek Pretorius. The edge of our seats here. We're approaching that 70-minute mark. Energy stepping stuff. Players are starting to tire, they're walking around. The defenders and the ball carriers. Onto the left hand side, Makata's power!
Advantage offside.
And a penalty advantage of offside. Abrams out wide. Offsides the Pumas. Sako Makata. A side we've been waiting for throughout this cup final. We need him in open
21
space.
offside.
Yeah, when it was about the build for the Suzuki Griquas, they kept it tight really, really long. They waited for the perfect moment to pull that trigger. Sako Makata just unable to get and wangle himself out of that tackle. Came in at a good line, ran through the first defender, caught him around the bootlaces. That gave them the opportunity
Time off.
for the penalty.
Pumas, do they contest the line out?
So, if it's not on the 5, that's where they've been contesting. But they know the power that the rolling maul possesses from the Suzuki Griquas side. So they've kept the players on the ground so that they're able to get there and get that stop. And I don't think they'll change.
At the tail, interesting ploy by
Backwards.
Griquas. There was no contest.
Go release.
Abrams for Liebenberg.
Balls out.
The ball is out. Abrams
out.
looking for his second, not to be.
Go release now. No hands.
Looks promising from the home side. The try line inside there, a meter short. He's got to make the right call. Abrams got hands on the ball.
Advantage offside.
And a penalty advantage for being offside. George Whitehead with the step, inside ball. Cameron Heft is short. It is the SA Cup final. Griquas trail the defending champions.
Time off. Sê die bal neersit by my merk asseblief.
Yeah, too many penalties again.
Captain. Dis jy kaptein. Okay, so ek het nou 3 strafskoppe al in die 22 gegee op kant. So julle forceer my om julle nou bewaarskuwing te sit. Okay, so die volgende een gaan ek op moet reageer. Right. Ja.
Yeah, the message is clear. There's
Ek het
been
nou net op 'n waarskuwing
3
gesit.
offsides
Dis
in
wat,
the
repeated
22.
offences of offside, alright?
On the next one, they're going to force Christopher Allison's hand. They're already a player down. The last thing they want to do is concede another yellow card.
Ek sal gaan admin uit.
Sika
Okay,
Santi
is the yellow cards, it's back on, can you confirm?
back onto the field now, so back to the full complement.
Right. Scrum ball.
Ten more minutes. Taking scrum coming up for
Crouch!
Griquas.
Fine!
Early
Ek verstaan. I
from
understand.
Shezi.
Try again.
The last thing the Suzuki Griquas want to do is concede a scrum penalty now.
Well, that's the angle we got, you know, to say it was Shezi's fault. Could have been from any angle.
Crouch! Fine! Sit! Advantage.
Penalty advantage, Griquas. Abrams, free play. Will they finish? Can they level the scores in this SA Cup final, Griquas? 10 more minutes left. War stays it.
New
Pops up
advantage
for Van der
side.
Merwe. Still got the penalty advantage. Oh, Pumas defending like men possessed, and rightly so. They are the defending champions. Whitehead, keeping ball in hand approach. They took up Makata's pace. Kamlashe. Smart defense, Pumas.
Get a number there.
Yeah, well, remember, referee
Right, 3
Christopher
players
Allison
offside, that has
had
to be the win.
warned Willie Engelbrecht about another offside. It's going to be a yellow card. And that's come. Lundi Msenge
Right.
on his 50th in a final.
Back to 14 men, Airlink Pumas. 2 yellow cards in the semi-final against the Toyota Cheetahs. They came through that one. Will it be the same in the Cup final?
Yes.
Suzuki Griquas have to score. No doubt about it now. They've been camping.
Possession with the home side. Body position is powerful. It's low. It looks promising. It's over. The comeback is on the cards here. Suzuki Stadium. The SA Cup final.
Tian Lange breaking off like a splinter at the back of that maul. But it's been sustained pressure from the Suzuki Griquas. We said they're a team that can play 80 minutes. They don't mind coming back. They'll fight back. Taking opportunity, realizing Vian van Niekerk bought into that maul defense. That created the space. Dadrik Versaghi unable to get there quick enough. Low body position, strong leg drive. Now it's
20.
all the way for George Whitehead and his boot. Can he get that scores level?
Try, clear the time.
He's broken hearts with that boot.
Many a times. 37-year-old to level the scores here in Kimberley. George Whitehead. The strike is smooth, the direction. The crowd will tell you, all square in the SA Cup final. 28 apiece.
Well, we said it's going to be one of those. It just felt like one of those finals that were going to be tight. And there was a huge fight back for the Suzuki Griquas. Got themselves in the right position. And Tian Lange making absolutely no mistake. Like for like, Janko Ace and Tian Lange.
Is there still belief in the Pumas team? Some of these players have been in the Griquas team that's fought back, they know what it's like.
Use it 9! Onside,
Be at home
onside.
in Kimberley. Abrams, the best kick, stays in
Advantage,
field.
knock on.
It's been knocked on, advantage Griquas.
Knock on first.
I mean, it's the classic saying of it's a game of two halves. Was all Airlink Pumas in that first half. And the Suzuki Griquas have taken full control of the second half. The ball bouncing right, falling right.
Mark, let's go.
Players making the right decision at the right time.
All right.
Chasey now unable to hold on to that ball that time around. Now more possession. Final 5 minutes.
Yellow card to Pumas down to 14 men. 5 minutes away from the silverware of the SA Cup. Which of these two teams
Crouch!
will win their second
Fine!
SA Cup trophy?
Sit!
Griquas 2024 champions and the current defending champions of the Pumas. Another good scrum, power. Shezi has really been outstanding.
Going in. Going straight in, causing a scrum, not go straight.
Placement front row of Griquas up the ante in the second half scrum time. Members of the SA Rugby team getting prepared for the trophy presentation. Who will it be, Leila?
You know, the one thing I don't want to say, Owen, is we could potentially go to extra time too. This is a great scrum from the Suzuki Griquas. Ntobeko Shezi has got Etienne Janneke's number.
Ek wil net hê jy moet
Going
reg uitbly.
straight in.
Daar kan die scrum nie draai nie.
You can just hear Janneke having that conversation with referee Christopher Allison, just saying this is what Shezi's doing. More opportunity, 22. Concede a penalty, George Whitehead points to posts.
Will there be space out wide in the wing? With Msenga with a yellow card. Set piece is good. Driving ball's got some momentum. Again, Tian Lange in control. They've conceded a yellow card
Stand by
from the
Griquas.
driving ball.
Still up now.
Coming through the middle, it's good work. Abrams digs for it. Chance now, looking for the big runners. And that's the power of Makata. Abrams, where's it going? Cutting back in field, he'll need some support of the breakdown.
Stay.
Shezi.
Away tackler.
Crowd gets behind the team, shouting Griquas, Griquas, Griquas. Is it enough for them to claim their second SA Cup?
Use it.
Action-packed
Hands out.
rugby here in Kimberley,
He's strapped. Yeah, he's strapped. Here's the ball.
all square. Game of two halves, rightly so from Leila. Just dominant in that first. There could be a turnover in the
Release.
cards here by Ngobeni. No, it's not. Van Eden has a go. Van Eden gets it for the Pumas.
Holding on.
Connor Van Eden, the replacement scrum half. Could that be the turning point?
I mean, the young man saw opportunity, isolated at the bottom of the breakdown. Was hunting, just staying away. Connor van Eden.
Nell will find touch. Pumas will attack.
Just see breaking away. Running out of defense, ran through his own men, had backs turned in support. Connor van Eden, right on the mark, right on the money. Wasn't a part of the tackle.
Is there still fight in this Airlink Pumas team? Jan Henning, comfort, feed the line out. Short ball. That didn't go forward. Referee's happy with it. Comfort is into touch. He's into touch. What defense is that from Griquas? Wow. Sitting at the edge of our seats.
You almost feel it's a wasted opportunity. That ball back into the inside. There are so many players tight up against that touchline in defense. You just break away off that line out and you find yourself isolated because you've already tucked, you've already made a decision you want to go. More opportunity, Suzuki Griquas.
Have they made the decision? Do they want to go? Do they want to claim the SA Cup trophy? The line out suggests so. It's loose. Tian Langa,
Hands off!
desperate, wins it back. Seconds remain. Abrams. Spoken about how George Whitehead has won in the past with the boot. Still playing. All square. Hooter goes.
Rip backwards or pink?
It's ripped backwards. And it's available for Bester. He had Makata on the outside. Puma's got to show discipline. Abrams. Langer. In the pocket. George Whitehead with a drop goal. Nowhere near. After 80 minutes in Kimberley, Suzuki Stadium, under the skies of the Northern Cape, it is all square between the two dominant teams in the SA Cup. 4 tries apiece. Last time they met, it was 6 tries to 5. Gonna get into the extra time. At half-time, 28 points to 7. It was the Pumas that led. What a second half has been from the home side. 3 unanswered tries in the second half.
Well, Owen, I don't want to say I told you so. It just felt like one of those matches. The Airlink Pumas unable to land a punch in the second half. We go to 10 minutes apiece, 10 minutes both sides. Take a look at all the tries scored in this match. Thomas Bursey with the breakaway, not enough defenders around. Sika Fasanti goes over.
The first of 4 tries in the first half for Airlink Pumas, but the response was swift from Griquas. Cameron Heft, the try scorer, but it was a chicken wing pass from George Whitehead, straightening the line and managing the offload. There's a straighten, comes back, there's the offload. Cameron Heft goes over. George Whitehead stepped up. The conversion was good.
Yeah, and then it was all about just the pressure, finding space. Numbers on the outside that sucked in the defenders around the breakdown. It was too quick, JC Nell.
And the Pumas ran rampant in that first half and cutting back in field. This was from a set play, the line out, and with that Fanika going over.
Yeah, the Hoot had already gone. Navaldo Fleers taking up the defense, stepping back on the inside, the offload around the top. JC Nell got his second.
What a start it was to the second half. Jade is on a harsh word said at half-time. Bush days and going over for Griquas' first try. They responded again. Caleb Abram just coming on. Dominant scrum. Shares has been good. Another try from the scrum half.
It was all about the Suzuki Griquas. The only team to land a punch in the second half, breaking away. Tian Langa getting away from that more.
Another great conversion came from George Whitehead that took us To all square 28 all. And what a turnover that was. Connor Van Eden on the attack inside the Pumas 22. Griquas lost the ball, got driven backwards. And now we're going to the extra time. It's a long evening in Kimberley. Pumas, have they got what it takes?
This is what the fans came for. Saturday night under the Kimberley lights, Suzuki Stadium. They want that trophy back in Kimberley. They're not happy that it's gone.
Well, they did all the right things. Won 8 of the 9 games in the round robin stages, losing to the neighbors, Free State. Scored 82 tries in the regular season, only conceding 18. Last weekend, but sloppy defensively, conceded 5 tries against Boland. Half-time score was 28 all. So another strong second half in the semi-final, even stronger in the cup final this week from Suzuki Griquas. Pumas, 1 draw, 1 loss, 7 wins. Remember, 2 yellow cards last weekend. We're still victorious against the Cheetahs at home in the semi-final, 42 points to 36.
Already changed sides to Suzuki Griquas. They'll be playing from right to left. So 10 minutes aside.
Got enough fuel in their tank. Griquas at home in the separating factor between the two sides in the 2 previous finals of the SA Cup. Sahi, number 22 jerseys on now for the Pumas.
Okay, tackle now,
Chase
tackle,
upfield
release.
By Fisanti.
Use it!
Into touch, George Whitehead. Well, they need the experience, Whitehead. The youngster, Liam Kun, made the move from the Blue Bulls, from the Bulls to Kimberley. Looking for some game time.
Game management. That's going to be key now too.
Yeah, let's go.
Comfort. Line out is good off the top from Ngobeni.
Tackler!
Outstanding work, Lawrence Oosthuizen. Made the read, made the tackle. Van Eden onto the short side now for the Pumas. JC Nell straightens, finds the opening. Jason Nell, the pace, tracked down hard as Zwilindaba makes the stop. Van Eden. Versaghi. Versaghi! Versaghi! Try time, Pumas! What a way to start the extra time. Not part of the match 23. The injury to Clinton Swart meant Navalda Fleurs will start. Versaghi comes onto the bench. Twinkle toes when it mattered most. Goes over.
Well, Danrich Versaghi, that was never, ever, ever supposed to be on for him. There was a juggle of the ball in the middle. He'd released the ball. It bounced off one of his own players. He caught it behind, so not gone forward. And then it was all about seeing the scattered defense in front of him, gaps everywhere, all to exploit. We spoke about not landing a punch in the second half. Well, they've landed the first punch in the extra time.
10 minutes aside in the extra time. You got to make sure the punches keep landing for the next 20 minutes, not just the first 10. Head down, flags are up.
Yeah, and back to the full complement now too are the Airlink Pumas. Got the juggle, received the ball back, and then the acceleration. Him versus Cam Hafke. Hafke can't get to him in time. Heinrich Versace's experienced player too. He's been wearing the pink for a really long time, has Heinrich Versace. How do the Suzuki Griquas respond?
Can they respond? Deep restart, chasing on hard as Makata. Managed by Engelbrecht. Corner van Eden. Banda gets.
Outside, yes.
Superb pick up that from Nell. Opportunity, wind up, bit of pace. Engelbrecht strong. Puts his body on the line for the Pumas. With the arms is a question. Back into the traffic, go Griquas.
Use it. Hands out. Okay, available. Use it. Now stop. You're offside.
Abrams kick. Goes centre field. Was that knocked on and knocked backwards? Corner van Eden sees an opening. Drives. Griquas back. His 50-22 kick.
Yeah, you can see the energy that Conor van Eden's brought since he's come onto the park for the Airlink Pumas. Got that really critical steal towards the end of the first half. Looks up, spots space, realizes has driven off of the touch, has George Whitehead, took an opportunity. That's why you go for that grubber kick. It's hit grass, it can't go directly into touch. You're not sure which way that ball is going to bounce.
She has to hang on there.
Yeah.
What impact has had coming on the park in the second half. Dobego Shezi
All right.
joined the Kimberley team last year. Can the Airlink Pumas wrap it up? Got to play both
right, let's
halves
go.
of
Time
this
back
extra
on.
time, the Pumas.
Advantage.
Knocked on. Griquas advantage.
Knock on advantage.
Abrams. Whitehead. Bester gets.
Advantage over.
Connor Mahoney. Keeps it alive. Makata. Bester out wide. It's foot and touch. We haven't seen this excitement from the Griquas back line in this cup final. It's been tight. No inch given, no space given whatsoever.
Yeah, the link up between the back three was really good there. First, Sako Makata releases to Bester. Probably with one of those lucky releases to Hafke. And you bet for all money that Connor Mahoney would have gone straight under the sticks had Cam Hafke kept his foot in there.
Skippers.
Stop, you're in front.
Sachi. At the back, and the Griquas let it bounce. Interesting play.
You're
Not
in
finding
front. You're in
touch.
front.
Could be trouble here for Griquas. Chance to counter. Versace. Show and go that from Kota. Really up the tempo now. Versace short, flat ball looking for Santi.
No.
Zilindaba with the stop. Corner van Eden sees the half gap. That's shut down. Comfort carries on the attack for the Pumas.
Advantage offside.
And a penalty advantage for offside.
Side, you're never back on side.
This is the energy that we didn't see from the
Captain, never
Airlink
back
Pumas in the
onside.
second half. We spoke about them becoming complacent, that they shouldn't have
Cool.
become complacent with that 28 points to 7 lead. It's almost like the harshest of words was said in that
320.
5-minute break before the extra time. It's just lit a fire under all of these players again. Definitely helps that they got the score too. Connor van Eden releasing that pass to Etienne Janneke, just offside at that breakdown.
42 is
Albert Liebenberg, the captain, just jumping the gun.
Talk about harsh words, you know. Jimmy's so old school, could have said you're going to catch a bus back to, to Nelspruit if you don't come right in the second half, in this extra time.
I think they drove there actually.
I think I saw pictures of them flying. Did they fly? Was a sponsor, Airlink?
Yeah, that's true. I actually think Jimmy Stonehouse would have said you're walking back.
Versace to extend the lead. It's good. 10 unanswered points in the extra time for the Airlink Pumas. Oh, the locals tell you how they're feeling at the moment. It's not what anyone expected. 38 points to 28. It's the final of the SA Cup. Griquas got enough. Pumas back to full complement. The captain, Billy
Came in
Engelbrecht,
from
taken
outside
over
inside.
that armband
So
from
you're
Sampi
outside.
Suigas. What an impact is that, Connor van Eden? Here the locals getting behind their team. 10 points the difference. Half gap opens up. Been knocked on.
Knock on.
And it almost feels a little bit like a regular time. The first half, the Suzuki Griquas unable to get things going, unable to get passes together, unforced errors starting to creep in. It was all the Airlink Pumas. Are they able to refine that energy in the 2-minute break they've got for the next 10?
So later, one thing that stands out for
Time
me,
off.
it's these two teams unable to live up with the expectation. In the first season, it was Griquas dominant, winning, and then from there, couldn't back it up. Pumas had a chance last year, you know, so now Griquas are the favorites. They can't back up that performance we've seen throughout the whole season. They've been clinical,
Just
they've been
said so they can
outstanding. The pressure of a cup final, they're feeling it a bit now. 10 points.
adapt. Time back on.
The deficit now, look, listen, they're 28.7 down at halftime. Can't write them off.
The question's got to come when the Suzuki Griquas had
Crouch!
ball in hand and George Whitehead went for that drop goal.
Fine!
Almost on the halfway. Was that the right decision? Did he pull the trigger too soon?
What was the other option?
They were winning the gain line at that
He
moment.
said it too many scrums. So you're
The
forcing me
discipline
into free kicks
for the
now.
Airlink
Alright.
Pumas was starting to let them down. They were a man down, so there was space somewhere to be exploited.
Remember, they just lost the ball on the ground. The hoot had gone. And you jinxed them, the commentators too, saying, well, we're going to extra time.
Crouch! Fine! Wait.
Now the flow against the
At the
home
back.
side.
Back. Control your weight. Wait. Yeah.
Had the scrum advantage in that second half, the Suzuki Griquas this time unable to keep it. The hooter goes again. Willy Engelbrecht takes the tap, kicks it. It's not over
2 minutes.
because they've still got 10 minutes.
Well, 100%. I saw some sort of a celebration too early.
No, you have to always at a
Far
scrum
from
at the back
over.
of the scrum. Right. Yeah. We,
10 points the difference in Kimberley. Airlink Pumas lead Suzuki Griquas 38 points to 28. Well, there's the minute half time in the extra time play. So we're back 10 more minutes. 10 points the difference. At half time, Griquas trailed by 7 points to 28. After the full 80, 28 all. And Dendrich Versace dominated the first 10 minutes of extra time, taking a Teddy 38 points to 28.
And if it's all square at the end of this, they go to kicks.
What a way to decide a cup final. Not a fan. George Whitehead restarts. Last 10 minutes of the SA Cup Final 2026.
Advantage.
Oosthuizen.
Knock on advantage.
Abrams. Shezi.
Release.
Abrams.
Tackler.
Gobeni rolls away.
Advantage over for the knock on.
And the advantage for the knock-on is over. Liebenberg, the captain, with the inside pass, the carry from Langa. It's all about possession now, driven backwards. Shezi.
Measurable.
Caleb Abrams. Liebenberg. Albert Liebenberg, the captain of Griquas, gets driven backwards. It's all about the ball. Was their hand in that ruck? Pumas know it's all about defense. Griquas have to score twice. Slow with the breakdown. Zwerindaba with the power carry.
Tackler!
The short side.
Advantage. Slowing it down.
Now penalty advantage. Is this what Griquas were looking for? Whitehead over the top for Bester. Little kick pass. It's gone too far.
Too slow to roll.
I think the one thing that I will always just
22,
feel
not
uneasy
rolling.
about is the fact that as soon as teams have that advantage, they throw almost all structure away. It becomes chaotic. And they start kicking the ball away because they want that penalty advantage.
100%. In the past, if you got a penalty advantage, you knock on, you take and you kick for touch. So also start free play and understand the thinking. So now I'm thinking the likes of a Dylan Mart not being part of this last 60, close to an hour now. His X-Factor play. Wendell Ware, those kind of players, those are the kind of players who can break a cup final for you. Makata needs to get going. He is a direct runner, so he needs to build up that momentum. Then it's difficult to stop.
Yeah, but I think the Airlink Pumas have identified that too. He's been given no space to work with. I almost feel like you lose him out on the wing a little bit. He was playing in the centres. He got more ball in hand. He was able to get through those first defenders a lot more. They've almost just really marshaled him. Watching, you've seen him come inside to try and get more opportunities. Come off the wing a couple times, looking for ball, looking for opportunity. Dylan Mart, Connor Mahoney, Sako Makata in the centres.
Chance for Griquas to respond. Trail by 10. There's power and a penalty advantage for side entry. It's been collapsed. Abrams
Penalty advantage.
finally gets his hands on the ball. Zwelindaba makes the pass. Kick pass. Hail Mary out wide. Good fielding skills by JC now.
Side entry.
Is that again that argument? You have the advantage. Play the advantage. Be patient with the advantage.
Nummer 4 in die
Referee
kant.
Christopher Allison won't,
Nummer
you know,
4
reduce
van
your
die kant.
advantage if he doesn't feel that you've gotten enough of it. Trust the referee to make that kind of decision. Coming in from the side initially, trying to stop that maul illegally.
It's a chance for Sako Makata to come through. First things, it's about possession. Possession they get. Zwelindaba joins in. They got to keep it up now, the Pumas. Still going. It's impressive.
Stay there,
Tian
stay
Langa. Best has joined in. Try line in sight. One more
stop.
push. Still going.
Now.
Ball's got to come out. The ball's got to come out. There's the dot down. Patience, patience. Tian Langa. A first stop at Cup. Very close to the second.
Yeah, they were really teetering on the edge there with that second stop call. I'm off my feet. I thought that ball was going to get called. Connor Mahoney, rather Caleb Abrahams, trusting Tian Langa that he's going to keep his legs going forward. He just wanted to see that white line, and when he did, immediately went straight to ground. Tian Langa.
Okay.
Pressure kick for George Whitehead now too.
Take the restart now. It's out of play.
10 tries, 5 apiece
sideline
between
is
these
blood
two
on
great
number 6.
teams. Who's dominated the SA Cup the last 3 years. Whitehead. Oh, he turns immediately. Flags are up.
Must be a great golfer, George Whitehead. Head down, good strike. This is where it came from. Absolutely everybody in there. I was worried too that if that call was going to come, Caleb Abrahams had nobody to pass to because all the backline players had committed to that rolling maul. But Tian Langa doesn't pull the trigger, keeps waiting, and then goes bang, bang.
3 points the difference. That's a penalty from Denrich Versace that separate the two teams. He restarts after conceding. Skippers with the stop. Penalty given away by the Pumas. Unable to roll away was Banda.
Derek Pretorius just, you know, trying to egg the crowd on the outside, saying, let's go, let's get loud.
Then to touch a pearl over a kick from the experienced George Whitehead.
Yeah, made the hit, double hit on Van der Merwe. Just getting caught at the bottom there was Banda. They're in a great position now, the Suzuki Griquas. The rolling maul has worked for them. They've got a good purchase off of it.
Contest coming up from the Pumas. Some movement. Griquas has won it back. Yes, they have. Good driving maul again.
That's once.
The break from Langa. The stop from Pasanti. Abrams. Given away. Chance, Pumas to get upfield. They're opting for the ball in hand approach.
Around the neck. Around the neck.
No need to rush. Now the Airlink Pumas got the penalty, can take their time.
Here's the mark.
Just less than 3.5 minutes left on the clock for them.
Saw that young man in picture history beckons for Sango Kamlashe. The Pumas win today. He'll be the first player to have won all 3 finals of the SA Cup.
Abrams' pass just not accurate, not enough players away to the ball. Knock-on comes. And then there was the high tackle. That's why they got the penalty.
Come first throw is won back by Griquas against the throw. Els
away, leave it!
Oh no.
Well, well, well. Pressure, pressure. It's cup final time. Have you got what it takes? Cracks showing up both sides. Jesse.
Take this
knows
off,
it.
Word.
He saw the 3 defenders in front of him running straight at him, preempted the hit. Cramps are going to start coming in now because there are a couple of these players who have played the full 100 minutes and counting.
Yeah, and throughout the whole season, like Albert Liebenberg, Lawrence Oosthuizen.
Axel, kyk. Ons het hierdie gesprek nou gehad. Ek weet jy herinner my.
2 minutes. 3 points the difference. Can the Pumas claim their second SA Cup final? Be the first team to
I don't
defend
need
it.
to tell you that discipline's important now, all right? Time back on.
2024 champions back in Kimberley. 2 more minutes left. The results could be very different from what we saw back in 2024. In that very first season of the SA Cup.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Connor van Eden. The feed is good. Power from Griquas. The power didn't matter as the Pumas come away with position. No, they've lost it on the ground. The turnover. Sako Makata.
Yeah, it should be ball. Holding
Wow.
That 7's experience starting to come in now for Sako Makata. He had to do that on the world circuit a couple of times. Make the hit, get the steal. This time, he's potentially, and with this kick, gotten himself and his team one of the best positions to win this match.
First mission accomplished. George White had found touch.
Hulle moet oopmaak.
Mission number 2. Can Griquas secure clean line out? Seen the power of Tian Langa. Impressive driving more. At the tail again.
Nice place for the ball.
In the air.
Okay, release now, Griquas.
One back by the Pumas. What a contest. Ngobeni.
There's the ball.
Mielani
Still
Ngobeni
10 seconds left.
went up in the air. Seconds remain on the clock.
Hands
This
out,
could-
hands out.
This could be it. Can they manage and defend the SA Cup? Pumas hooter. We can hear it.
Last feet, last feet.
Against all odds, kicked it to touch Connor van Eden. And that is it, says Chris Ellison. The 2026 SA Cup champions, the Airlink Pumas, away from home. The first team to win the SA Cup twice. And with that, Sango Klamlashe becomes the first player to win all 3 championship of the SA Cup. One of the Griquas in 2024, Pumas last year, and this year again with the Pumas, Sango Klamlashe. Leila, what a performance. Dominant that first half. They led 28 points to 7. The comeback from Griquas just was not enough. Airlink Pumas are champions.
Yeah, the Airlink Pumas, they felt and found a different gear in that first half of the extra time. They were lackluster in that second half, nothing going their way. And then we speak about that spark, that little moments of energy. I feel that spark was Connor van Eden. He came in, he gave them energy, he got in the face, he was loud, he took opportunities. And then it was all about the fight. It was about the 100 minutes plus on the legs that was trying to keep going. And they've gone back to back, the Airlink Pumas, away from home against all odds.
100% as well. You talk about Connor van Eden, the turnover before the end of the first 80 minutes. Griquas on the attack. Take nothing away from Dendro Kisaki. You know, coming on late. And with that, managing to add on those 10 points has been the difference here in the extra time. That was the first try of the day. Santi. And a quick response came from Griquas. But what a contest we had.
Yeah, it was points all over. Probably, you know, the high scoring affair that we've come to know from these two sides. Not afraid to score points. George Whitehead using his experience, the chicken wing pass out the back. Immediately the reply from Cam Hufke. Yeah, and then it was Vian van Niekerk using his brute force and strength, and you can see in the back there JJ Skipper just egging the crowd on.
What a step is that from Fleurs just before the end of the first half to take the tally to 28 points. JC Nell going off at the corner, and a brilliant kick from Fleurs. But what a comeback. Griquas second half, unstoppable. A good strumming effort from Shezi Oosthuizen going over. They were not done, still plenty of tries to come. Caleb Abrams from a dominant scrum again, and that one was definitely a good one. Tian Langa, the driving maul coming off, he's been strong.
Yeah, he understood when he needed a strike, bought his time, and then took on the manable. Vian van Niekerk committing to that maul, realized there was space, broke away. This was the first one. Extra time, Dandrich Versaghi, the lucky bounce, picked it up, spotted space, and got the first try for the Airlink Pumas in that extra time.
What was key as well from Dandrich Versaghi was that he converted and also added on the penalty which separated the two teams. Tian Langa was not done, also in extra time. And a crucial score. This one, we thought, well, time could run out. So stopped once, but showed patience, kept moving forward. Try was good. The conversion from George Whitehead, also brilliant. But that penalty from Versaghi, Dandrich Versaghi, is separating these two great teams. Finished top of the lock, Suzuki Griquas secured themselves the home final, the home semi-final, then a final. Pumas finished second, meant they had to travel for the final, and they went home in the semi-final, beating the Cheetahs 42-36, beating both teams of Central Republic when it mattered most. There it is, for the one draw, which was against the Cheetahs, for the Pumas. That doesn't matter, but it got them in a situation whereby they could be home in the playoffs. And with that, Airlink Pumas made it count. Disappointing right in the final for the home side, Suzuki Griquas. 3 points the difference. 28 all after 80 minutes. And the semi-final results that got Pumas there, 42-36. 2 yellow cards didn't matter, they got the result. 2 yellow cards today did not matter for the Airlink Pumas, they got the result. And after a slow start in the semi-final for Griquas, they came back strong against Berlin. But this time around, their slow start definitely counted against them. Just couldn't come back against the Airlink Pumas, chasing the game from that first half. Standout players for you in the campaign?
Well, I mean, you can't have an SA Cup without talking about someone like George Whitehead, top conversion scorer, top point scorer. Connor Mahoney has been really, really great. You know, we spoke about Sako Makata. Connor van Eden came on, the youngster, tonight, but he's come on in different games too. He's come and he's made a difference. Clinton Swart unable to be here tonight, or unable to play tonight. He was one of those standout players too. There really are just those players that are becoming household names.
Yeah, so some an SA Cup also becoming household names. So for me going forward, I think what I'd like to see with this competition is the inclusion of those under 23 players who play in the big unions, get them involved just to up the ante. I think it's two great competition. I'd love to see it all merging together. So there's regular competition for these players as well, and also for the players in the under 23 setup in terms of from the Bulls, from the Lions, from the Sharks, from the Stormers. Just make this really something special, because in the past we always had the Super Sport Challenge with the Vodacom Cup, and they would always feed us to the biggest Super Rugby teams at the time, which now is the URC. So brilliant stuff. Good to see Jimmy Stonehouse giving a hug to his captain on the right-hand side of your screen. What a win it was for great servant of Puma Rugby over the years, Jimmy Stonehouse.
He's never going to stop.
Nah.
Looks like he just gets more energy every single year, Jimmy Stonehouse, and I think probably the bringing home of the trophy gives him more energy every single time to want to keep going.
Yeah, and also the beauty about what we saw this year in this SA Cup, we saw former Springbok coaches getting involved. Hanneke Meyer was back in the set of Jimmy Stonehouse, quality Harvey Sforey.
I mean, you also look at someone like a Frans Steyn, you know, Ruan Pienaar at the Cheetahs. They've come in and they've had to, you know, fight their own battles per se. It was a really nervy game against this Griquas side that they ended up winning, the only loss for the Griquas of the season. They knew that it was a do or die game, that one.
Yeah, also Alistair Coutier doing much better with the Eastern Province team. And that was all about the medals. Disappointing result at the end for the team that's dominated the SA Cup throughout the whole season. Yeah, disappointing result, but what's key is how competitive and how they made this competition one to look forward to every year for these teams. Huge improvement, it must be said, from the Falke, doing much better from the Falke. And that's not a good side there for the former Salbonian. Leon Lyons, crutches.
To
One
get
of the
the
four players
SA
from
Cup.
Selborne, Kamlasha being the other one.
Well done to Peter Berger and
Max there is
because
Andries Visser.
a good fight throughout.
Engelbert. We'll wait for the big trophy presentation to the champions. Defending champions, back-to-back wins in the SA Cup. Puma Vuma. What a story it's been as well for this unit, all the way from Witbank, made Nelspruit their new home.
The champions' caps are on their heads too.
It's always dangerous, that one.
I've seen it go horribly wrong.
Mainly in football, must be said. And yeah, doing the handshake, Kamlashe in picture. Skippers off to the UK. Gustav Durant, Tian de Klerk, the 24-year-old, good servant. And Ruval van der Merwe to play some URC for Glasgow next year. Kota, not too many opportunities, and Dube started off on the loose head, former Griquas player. Goodbye Dube, but doesn't matter. 2 tries in the regular season against Griquas for JCNL, and 2 tries in the final SA Cup for JCNL. And the winners await the trophy presentation. Red Marie, he's been good. Yannicka Bian Manika, one of the try scorers, straightened when it mattered in that first half. It's been a team effort throughout. Travelling reserves. All the hard work paying off now. Former schoolmaster, school coach Jimmy Stonehouse secures another trophy available in South Africa 2022 Currie Cup. He won that SA Cup now, second one defending it, first team to get to 2. And the Super Sport Challenge. a sweet ride, a sweet flight back to Nelspruit for the Airlink Pumas. For the big moment. Franco Davis, Deputy President of SARU, will present the trophy. Got the President of Mpumalanga Rugby, Andries Visser. Deputy President of South African Rugby, Franco Davis. Hands over the trophy to Sampi Griquas, the 27-year-old captain of the Airlink Pumas. Confirmation, back-to-back wins in the SA Cup. Champions for 2026. Airlink Pumas victorious over Griquas away from home. A historic win. Another great rivalry between these two great unions of South African rugby. Well deserved, Leila. Final words of this final and this 2026 SA Cup campaign.
It keeps getting better, it keeps getting sweeter, it keeps becoming more and more competitive. And long may it continue. Long may we see players come through this competition and become and go on to become Springboks.
Well done to the people of Kimberley turning up for this cup final, filling up the stadium. It's been a pleasure throughout the whole season. See bums on seats around the country. Huge improvement as well, some of the teams. And a job well done for Jimmy Stonehouse together with his team. Airlink Pumas crowned the SA Cup winners for 2026.
Yeah.